right, we're going to go ahead and kick things off now. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to TeenLife's live international schools, colleges, and enrichment fair. This event is going to be a unique opportunity for you to explore a diverse range of opportunities available abroad. My name is Dustin. I work in marketing here at TeenLife, and I will be your host this evening. This is our first and only session that we'll be holding this evening, and we have 7 outstanding speakers today ready to talk to you. During these presentations, we encourage you all to ask questions by using the chat or the Q&A feature, and our speakers will answer your questions once they're finished presenting. We'll also reserve some time towards the end of the session for any lingering questions or comments that you may have. If you're interested in any of these programs, you can request information at any time by using the link that I am putting in the chat now. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started straight into our first presentation, which is from the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. Go ahead and take it away.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Dustin. And I'm just briefly going to share my screen. So hopefully everyone can see a quick presentation there. So thank you everyone for joining us here tonight. I'm from the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, and we're based in London, UK. My name is Scott Bellamy. I'm the head of student recruitment and marketing there, so I get the distinct honour of speaking to as many people as possible who might have a passion for subjects in the creative and performing arts. And I'm going to tell you a little bit tonight about what we do here at Central. So just firstly, a little bit about who we are. We are a world-leading institution for the training of the next generation of performing artists and are located in London, UK. Our graduates are known throughout the world for their contribution to the arts. You may have heard of many of them, from Andrew Garfield through to Naomi Aki, through to Judi Dench, Martin Freeman, and many, many more. And that's just our actors. We have Tony Award-winning sound and lighting designers, Limbria Prize-winning designer, other designers and stage designers, and a whole host more. So our courses cover the breadth of the performing arts spectrum. Really importantly to us is our mission, which is to inspire, educate, and train the change makers of tomorrow to shape our artistic and social world. And I think that's really, really significant because we don't see the performing arts as being in a vacuum. We see drama, arts as being a core part of society. And a lot of the work that we do focuses on the impact that the arts and drama can have on ultimately changing people's life, whether socially or in an educational sense. So a little introduction there to who we are. I'm going to talk a little bit about our 3-year bachelor's degrees. And we have 3 main areas in which our degrees sit. The first one is our acting degree, so professional actor training courses. And all 3 of these courses will prepare you for careers in both stage and screen. So we have acting, acting collaborative and devised theatre, and acting musical theatre. The main differences between the 3, they have many, many similarities and draw upon a range of different acting practitioner approaches. And our acting musical theatre course, as opposed to being a triple threat musical theatre course, is very much an acting focused course, whilst our acting collaborative and devised theatre course is a contemporary actor training course, but with also a lot more creativity and creative opportunities for you to devise and create your own work. Our second area is in BA-ON's contemporary performance practice, and this really looks at how drama can be used in the outside world. So drama, applied theatre and education really looks at using drama in non-traditional theatre spaces, but really importantly, working with individuals and communities to use it as a tool for positive change. Writing for performance focuses in a very similar perspective, but on the role of the playwright and the writer in those situations. So we're not going to put you in a dark room and ask you to write a script. We're actually going to place you in communities, in areas that can inspire your writing. And for the more kind of abstract creatives, we have an experimental arts and performance course. So this is all about questioning what performance is and what performance can do, and really exploring the breadth and limits to which performance making can go. And our final area is in the area we call theatre practice. And this is 9 separate courses that all look at the breadth of the production arts world. So that's everything from crafts through to design and through to production. And one thing that you will notice about our courses here is just how focused each of them are. And students who do enroll on these courses spend 3 years specializing in their specific area of expertise. So whether that is making costumes for the performers to wear on stage, working with the lights, with sound, or building or even finishing the sets, those environments and the illusions that an audience is to see on stage or on screen. So finally, if any of that sounds exciting or ignites a passion within you, then you can apply to Central through UCAS to start in the fall of 2024. Those applications are open now, and they must be made by the 31st of January 2024. A really important thing for us is that we audition or interview every single person that applies by that date. What you look like on paper isn't important to us. We want to meet you and really see what you can do. And that audition and interview is the best proxy for us to assess your suitability for the course, but more importantly, your potential to benefit from our training. If you are applying for a course that requires an audition, so that's our 3 acting courses, that will consist of 3 rounds, which will take place online. And if you're looking at our BA Hons Contemporary Performance Practice or our Theatre Practice course, that's 1 round, which is an online interview, and we do require you to submit a portfolio to us. Finally, full information is on our website there, and you can access that through TeenLife as well. And I'll hand back to Dustin.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that excellent presentation. Gonna go ahead and move things along here. Coming up next is EHL. Feel free to take it away, Carla.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Carla Regosa. I represent EHL along with my colleague Pietro Bettini, who's over here. He's going to hang out for Q&A. And just to start off here, EHL is a hospitality business school. We're located in Lausanne, Switzerland, also in Passau, Switzerland, and then in Singapore. And if you're looking to go everywhere, then this is a really good way to do it. With EHL, just to give you a little bit of history, I do love to talk about it. We're actually just celebrating our 130 years. If you think that's a long time, it is. We were the first school to create something where we could study hospitality. It didn't exist before. And to this day, we're actually ranked at number 1 according to QS, and there's a couple of other fun ones in here, but I think one of my favorite ones is that we have a Michelin star restaurant that's completely student run on our campus. So I always love that one. If for anything, come visit the campus and try some of our food. It's delicious. So, but something that I will be focusing on today is to talk a little bit about our junior academy, which is our summer programs, and then a little bit about our bachelor program. However, there is a lot to talk about. We have a great academic portfolio here, just to highlight a couple of the things. It's all within hospitality management. And then we are recognized throughout the world with great accreditations, not just being the only Swiss university to offer a Bachelor's of Science in Hospitality in Switzerland, but also having like a Nietzsche accreditation, AACSB, and we just re-signed our EduTrust one in Singapore. So great recognition there. Just to give you a little bit of explanation of what's going on and how you can be a part of some of our summer programs. Our registration is now open for 2024. And you can select between the campuses. There's going to be a different focus within each one. So with Lausanne, Switzerland, just to, again, if you don't know, that's the French speaking part of Switzerland, because we do speak different languages there. And so on this side, there's going to be a careers focus in hospitality and business when you're here for whichever week you choose. In Passau, you're going to think about Swiss fine dining, leisure. You're going to be up in the Alps. Passau is over in the German-speaking part of Switzerland. So you would transition over to that. you can see one of our options where you can actually combine Pasug and then head over to Lausanne. And then, of course, we have Singapore. This is where I like to think of our luxury brand management and being that nice central point in Southeast Asia if you're interested in doing something there, or also combining between the two. With our programs, we like to have everything set. We have the fee is in Swiss francs, so you do have to do that conversion. And then our age range is between 16 to 19 for students interested in doing this program. There is a possibility if you are 15 and you really want to come to our Singapore or Passu campus, but we still need to, it's not a guarantee, and I still need to look at a few things in your profile. We do ask you to upload a CV. Definitely do it, like set it up, do the practice and set it up yourself. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it's actually something that you will be working on in one of the workshops during the junior academy. And all of it, despite, being on the French speaking part or being an English speaking, German speaking part, everything is taught in English while you're here for the junior academy. So you will need to submit proof of English proficiency if your native language is not English or you're not currently studying at an English speaking institution. So there's a couple of things with that, but they're all really great. And I definitely tell the students if they're not totally sure about hospitality management and they're still, within that sophomore, junior year of high school, then this is a great way to try out the dorms, try the food. Like I said, it's very good, and connect with some of other students who are also thinking the same thing as you. Is hospitality management right for me? You get to do that for a week, a lot more than just a campus visit, which we do offer. And these are different ways to, you can scan this QR and it'll take you straight to the registration information for Junior Academy, but then there's also the email if you have any additional questions, which we check. To talk to you a little bit about the bachelor's program, it's like I mentioned earlier, we're the only ones that's a bachelor's of science. In Switzerland, you need to have a certain higher level of coursework, instructions, and certain admissions criteria as well in order to have this. So we have it, and these are just different ways, different ideas of where you can apply hospitality. Sure, hotel industry is fantastic, but have you ever thought of the healthcare industry and the need for hospitality management skills in there, or even with the automotive and mobility industry? If not, and you are interested, let's talk more about it. I love to chat with it or connect you with some other students. I added a quick link of just kind of where our alumni have been up to. So you'll see there's even some banking. I mentioned, automotive. So there's somebody that we have with Ferrari that works with them. But yeah, there's just a lot of different ways that you can apply these skills into different places. And lastly, I just really want people to come to Switzerland. So even if you can't come for a week, you can come for a day. I invite you to come to one of our open days. And we always have the registrations. They're normally between December and October. And definitely use the link or message one of us and we can send you over. We would love to host you there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Carla. That was an excellent presentation. We're going to go ahead and move on to CISA Languages Abroad, and that is a video presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and share that now.
Hello, my name is Catherine, and I am here to talk about CISA Languages and the wealth of language courses abroad that we can offer. CISA is all about languages. We've been arranging courses abroad since 1980, so we've helped thousands of students of all ages and all language levels and nationalities improve their foreign language skills. Courses are offered in a rich variety of first-class independent language schools across Europe and beyond. That's a lot of experience for you to draw on. You can ask us any question at any stage, big or small, before you book and once you've enrolled. We'll be there to help you right the way through your course experience. Course start dates are offered throughout the year. Different class levels are available every week according to your ability. Small group sizes are offered of up to 14 students, sometimes no more than 7 or 10 per class. School staff locally and CSER staff based in the UK can support you throughout your programme. The languages offered are French, Spanish, German, Italian, Portuguese, Japanese and Arabic. We offer courses all year round, with start dates most Mondays for students with some prior knowledge of the language, and there are specific start dates, generally about once a month for beginners. Every school offers pre-course assessment to students so that we can determine your course placement appropriate for your needs. You will be taught by native teachers, and you will learn to speak, listen, read and write through structured lessons which are always held in the native language, and your teachers won't revert to English. So your classes are based on different levels: beginner, elementary, intermediate and advanced. The big question we are always asked is, how much will I learn on my programme? The answer is, how long can you study for? It greatly depends on you. It depends on the length of your course, your prior experience of language learning, your aptitude, and of course, how hard you're prepared to work whilst on the programme. Language students are drawn from around the world, and as a rule, students are 18 to 25 years of age. However, unlike high school, students are not split into groups by age, but by language level, and so there will be older students present in the school and your classroom as well. You'll get to meet students from a wide range of nationalities and will be able to make some great new friends who will be able to share your interest in languages and in enjoying the course experience with you. The local staff will arrange various activities each month to help you make the most of your free time whilst abroad, and you can follow a class, join a guided visit of the sights of the city, or an excursion to another nearby city, participate in school arranged activities, maybe enjoy a local tasting event, or sign up to go bowling or out to dinner with the other students. You might prefer to sign up just to a local gym or go to the cinema with newfound friends, or simply just sit in a local cafe and watch the locals as they go about their lives. There's a range of things you can choose to do, but it's not compulsory. It is up to you. There are a range of accommodation options to choose from, depending on your personal preferences. You can stay with local hosts. Breakfast and evening meals tend to be included. Or you can stay in shared apartments with other language students, or live in a residence where there'll be other students, and self-cater. Of course, you are also welcome to book your own accommodation. The advantage of host accommodation is that you get the chance to speak, practicing more of your target language out of school with native speakers in daily life settings. But some students prefer the greater independence offered by shared apartment or residence options, which can add to the sense of adventure and personal autonomy during your course experience, whilst obviously knowing you've still got the backup of the local staff and the CSER staff in the UK should any questions arise. If you want to talk through any of the programme options, please get in touch. We will be happy to arrange a phone or video call to discuss your specific needs. I hope this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Catherine and CISA Languages Abroad. Coming up next, we have another video presentation from EF. And as I share this, just a reminder, if you have questions for any of these programs, you can feel free to leave them in the chat or by using the Q&A feature at any time. So here we go. Let's get right into it.
Hi, everyone. My name is John, and today I will be discussing everything you need to know about your EF study abroad and gap year options. For some context, we offer international gap year and study abroad programs for anyone ages 18 to 22. EF stands for Education First, and since 1965, we've helped millions of people see new places, experience new cultures, and discover new things about the world and themselves. We are what we like to call ourselves globally local. We have over 52,000 EF staff located in around 114 countries, which just means that we know what's happening on the ground everywhere we travel and can operate very quickly to change itineraries, update flights should concerns arise. This network creates a really great foundation for our programs and enables us to produce amazing and safe experiences for our students. So now I'll start with the different lengths of our programs. Here are your options. We have short-term programs that are around 4 weeks long, semester options that are 10 weeks long, as well as our gap year option, which is 23 weeks. It begins each fall, and it looks a lot like a typical academic year with 2 semesters and a winter break. I'll now get into our study abroad programs. We partner with the world's top colleges and universities to facilitate culturally immersive international educational experiences that really brings learning to life. And we currently have 3 great programs. During Mosaic of Spain, you will spend a semester of college living and learning all about Spain. You'll attend classes at EF's International Language Campus in Malaga, then experience a curated curriculum at the University of Granada's Center for Modern Languages. Throughout this program, you also will go on field excursions designed to bring learning to life in global cities like Amsterdam, Tangier, and Madrid. The next program is our Global Business Program in London, where we partner with the accredited Hult International Business School. The first 3 weeks of this program are all about developing the core understanding and competencies of business. And then in the final week, students are tasked with a case study to present in front of industry professionals. All the while, you're set up with sightseeing opportunities, activities throughout the week, and a weekend trip to Paris. Lastly, during sustainable development in Costa Rica, students focus on understanding the systemic environmental concerns that gave rise to the concept of sustainable development, while immersing themselves fully in Costa Rica's complex nature. We partner with the United Nations, their University for Peace in San Jose, where you'll gain an understanding of the sustainable development theory. While our study abroad programs are great for students interested in the academic coursework at hand, we also have gap programs that allow you to learn a completely different way. They take place in various countries and at different times throughout the year, and we currently have a bunch of different short-term program options. Our first 2 are European Exploration and Costa Rican Exploration, 2 programs that focus on guided travel. The itineraries are very intentional. During European Exploration, students can expect to visit London to focus on business and healthcare, go to Normandy with an impactful history focus, spend some time in Paris with a theme around art and architecture, and then lastly, wrap it up in Switzerland, where they head into a core area of the Alps and finalize their time in Italy to focus on, of course, the food in Bologna, Florence, and Rome. Costa Rican Exploration, during this time, it will be spending 4 weeks exploring all of Costa Rica's diverse ecosystems, working with local NGOs on sustainability projects that center around environmental sustainability, but also community development and youth education and empowerment. And throughout this time, in between those projects, you'll also be exploring all of Costa Rica on the beach, rainforest, hiking, waterfalls, ziplining, and much more. Next, we have Journey to Japan and Spanish Sojourn, which are 2 programs focused on cultural immersion and language learning. They are similarly structured programs, giving you the chance to experience authentic cultural immersion while completing language classes either at EF's Language Campus in Tokyo or Barcelona. East Asian Exploration is all about guided travel throughout South Korea and Japan, exploring the past and present of these 2 countries in East Asia on an epic month-long adventure abroad. Next, we have our semester programs, which are 10 weeks long and are built around the academic semester with departures in September and January. And these programs also allow you the option to earn up to 12 college credits as well. The Pathfinder is similar to the concept of the European Exploration Program, where you're visiting different cities and focusing on different themes in each one. This program really pulls together themes around environmental science, history, business, and culture. The Explorer begins with a guided exploration in Europe, moves to a month of language study in the city of your choice, and then a month of service in Thailand before you wrap up. And when it comes to language and culture in Spain and Japan, you'll be experiencing authentic cultural immersion while attending language classes at EF's Barcelona or Tokyo campus to really level up your language skills. And you'll be exploring surrounding cities all over Spain and Japan. The Changemaker, you'll be adventuring all across Latin America, focusing on sustainability projects. The Voyager is all about embracing your adventurous side throughout Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, and Japan. And Business and Internship Entrepreneurship in Stockholm is all about gaining international work experience, where you're navigating a 9-to-5 internship and leveling up your resume. Finally, here is our 23-week gap year program. It's broken into 2 semesters with a winter break in between. The first semester is all about guided exploration. You'll be traveling to 12 cities across 3 continents with a small cohort of students. You'll be engaging with specific themes and topics that foster that global awareness. And then now that you've gotten a grasp on travel in the world, the second semester is all about cultural immersion as you discover what it's like to live independently abroad. You can choose either to learn language at one of our EF language schools or get matched with an internship in Stockholm, Sweden to start building your resume and the future. You can see here how the pricing breaks down in these programs, and we have lots of ways to handle the finances. In order to learn more, what I'd suggest is for you to connect with one of our EF Gap Year consultants, scan this QR code, or message one of us on our website. We talk about this all the time and love to find the right fit program for you.
All right, thank you to EF. And coming up next here, we have another video from Arcos Journeys Abroad.
Hi, my name is Brent Hunter from the program Arcos Journeys Abroad, and I'm the director here at Arcos. I'm going to walk you through today the programs that we have available for this summer. I'll share the website. So what you'll see here is that we focus on Spanish-speaking places. You may have seen that in the name, Arcos, which means arches in Spanish. And so like an arch, we're that connecting piece from here to there and supports you on the journey along the way. So we have 3 types of programs in the summer. We have active discovery, which are more movement-based programs. We have the Spanish immersion programs, which focus on Spanish language classes in the morning. And then there's cultural discovery programs. These are going to focus around some heavy cultural components, such as culinary arts or art in Spain. So to get there, there's a few ways to do that. You can get there through this journey section here. And it's going to have a little description about each of the program types that we have available. And if you click through, for example, to active discovery, you'll see the portfolio for the active discovery that we have in the summer. So it's going to have all the programs that are tagged active discovery. And so to be in these sections, it means that 50% or more of the program is dedicated to that theme or topic. And so getting through it, it'll have the description, the country, and this will link you to a bigger description about that program. So we'll have the dates and prices for this summer and a little bit of program information. When you're ready, you would apply through this link here, or you can contact us to request more details, schedule a call with one of us, and we'll walk you through the program. Really nice aspect about the Arcos programs is they're designed where you can build your summer. You can stay for more than one session. For example, this program combines well with Spanish immersion, and so you can click there and you read about the Spanish immersion program, the electives that we have available, the Spanish classes, all through here. What I think is the most useful on our website is the dates and prices section. And so we'll go here, and it's going to have a chart of all the programs that we have available in our portfolio, and they're organized by country. So we have programs in Peru, Mexico, Spain, Costa Rica, and Argentina. They're organized in earliest start date to the latest end date. And so here you can kind of run through and see all the programs. If you click on these links, it'll take you to the description. And then we have our timelines. So timelines are really useful, especially if you're thinking about staying multiple sessions or just need to see where things line up with your summer plans. So it'll have the programs by country, again, alphabetical order: Argentina, Costa Rica, Mexico, Peru, and Spain. And for Spain, for example, you can see that here you could do the active adventure program for 2 weeks, and then you could stay for 2 more weeks and do the Spanish language and culture program. And the program type timelines, this is organized by, it's kind of grouped by program type. So all the active discovery are here from start to finish in the summer season, the cultural discovery, and Spanish immersion. And then the kind of really important next step is, if you want to apply for the program, you go to our how to apply page, fill out our online application, and then pay the program deposit. So that is a $200 non-refundable deposit, and that goes 100% towards the program cost. And so that just holds your place in the program. Once you pay that, one of us gives you a call, verify the information, make sure it's the right program for you, and then we send you the acceptance materials. These are all the items that we'll complete before the summer begins. Now, there are a few other areas that might be of interest as you're looking at the program, seeing if ARCOS is a good fit for you. The what's included, this is very information-filled section where it's got all the information for what's included, and then later down what maybe is not included. The main thing not included in our program is the airfare. So you are responsible for the international airfare. And we have information about our medical insurance policy, which is included. The plan benefits are found here, as well as information about purchasing your flight. Which we're partnered with Student Universe, and you can purchase your flight through them. They have a lot of discounts for youth travel. But yeah, that's the main information, I think, for thinking about an ARCOS program. Again, it's ARCOS Journeys Abroad. Our website's arcosjourneys.com, and look forward to having you abroad with us this summer. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you so much to ARCOS. We do not have a representative here from ARCOS, so if you have any questions for them, just feel free to use that link that I put in the chat earlier. Coming up next, we have a live presentation from AFS USA. Oh, you're muted, Parker.
Thanks so much. Hey, all. Thanks so much for your time today. So you're probably asking yourself, who is AFS? Well, we are one of the oldest study abroad organizations in the world that began as a volunteer ambulance service during World War I, where a group of Americans volunteered to attend to the wounded on both sides of the conflict. And during dinners with many cultures and backgrounds present, they got to actually know each other and realize that things as horrible as the world war around them could be avoided if only if we had the chance to get to know each other on a deeper level. So as a result, AFS was founded in 1947 to continue building these bridge building relationships that tear down walls and embrace different cultures in order to carry on this mission. So we're a volunteer-run organization today with 50+ offices around the world, and we really pride ourselves on providing meaningful experiences that are authentic and local-led. So this summer, we're going to focus on 8 experiences, and then later tonight, I'm going to walk through a few of those, a few of our full scholarship programs as well. And because we're a volunteer-led organization, that means we're crazy about breaking down stereotypes and working towards a more just and peaceful world. And so that's why our participants and mission come first. And who are you? Well, whoever you are, you're welcome at AFS. We're looking for curious and open-minded participants who are eager to learn about new cultures and themselves, who also want to break down barriers and get to know the people of the world. So we have 8 summer programs that are powered by our AFS network that range from 2 to 8 weeks. So if you're interested in a language learning experience, we really think that the best way to do that is through an authentic immersion experience. So for example, we offer a program to Japan where you're enrolled in a language study course offered through a local Japanese high school, and you also stay with a volunteer host family. Or perhaps you're interested in a more camp-like setting where we offer a 4- and 5-week program to Nice, France to learn French, or to Malaga, Spain, which offers over 80 hours of Spanish lessons. For both of these programs, a highlight is joining an international cohort of students from around the world. So our AFSers from the US are often just the minority. You'll really have the opportunity to make global connections and friendships. Last, for those interested in a shorter experience from 2 to 3 weeks, we have programs to Kenya, Spain, and Germany. To chat a little bit about our Kenyan program, it showcases the blend of climate initiatives that the country is making, while also sharing some of the beauty of the Masai Mara and the great wildebeest migration. This is a small group program of about 15 participants and also includes a weekend homestay with members of the Maasai tribe, thanks to AFS's local connections. And last, we also offer a $750 program to Hamburg, Germany, which explores human rights, social justice, and climate. This combines 10 students from the US and 10 students from Germany who all want to learn about these shared goals. Similarly, we have a 2-week program to Spain that pairs you with a Spanish peer and a host family to explore what modern Spain really looks like in Valladolid. AFS also offers a flagship academic year and semester programs where you live with a volunteer host family and attend a local high school. These are true immersion experiences that are all volunteer-led so that there is no profit incentive for our host families or local schools. In terms of how it works, if you visit afsusa.org, you can start an application for free, and there is no application fee to apply. You'll decide on a program, work with one of our AFS specialists, and then have an interview with a local AFS volunteer. If you're accepted into AFS, we actually are able to meet the demonstrated financial need of our applicants, so we want to make sure that studying abroad is accessible to all. What's included in any AFS experience? Well, we're really a one-stop shop. So we have, not only do we have our 75 plus years of experience, but we include our accommodations, round-trip airfare. We have a very robust secondary medical health insurance coverage. We also offer free language proficiency testing so that you can come back to the US and share how much language you learned. And we also have our inclusion in a really robust network of revered alumni. As I mentioned before, we have over $1 million of scholarships and aid. So we are committed to making sure that these powerful experiences are available to everyone. So no matter who you are, we want to make sure that this experience is available to you. So we will meet this demonstrated financial need of our accepted students. And speaking of other full scholarship programs, if you're interested in STEM, we have one that I think is really terrific and unique called the AFS Global STEM Changemakers. So this is a full scholarship experience to Brazil, China, India, and Egypt, and the US that recruits from over 15 countries. So as if you're coming from the US, you'll join perhaps 13 other students from around the world to learn about STEM and climate. So if you're interested, the applications will open on November 15th and close on January 15th. And you can learn more at afs.org/globalstem. So if any of these experiences interest you, please visit us at afsusa.org to learn more. So thanks so much, all.
All right. Thanks so much, Parker. Really appreciate it. Last presentation of the day here is going to be David from University Guys. Feel free to take it away.
Thank you very much, Dustin. It's very nice to be with everyone here today and watching back. My name is David Hawkins. I am the founder and one of the directors of the University Guys. We are a team of independent educational consultants based here in the United Kingdom, working with students and families all over the world to support them make global university applications. The focus of my brief talk tonight is going to be some key features and reasons why students from the United States should consider making application to full bachelor's degrees in the UK and Europe. It's an option that we believe more students should be aware of, and at the University Guys, we are here to help ease that process. One of the key things to understand when you are looking to come to university for your bachelor's degree on this side of the Atlantic is that we are playing a different game in exactly the same way as what you might call football and what we might call football does not describe the same sport. In fact, it is almost completely different. What we are doing with a bachelor's degree on the UK or the European Union is a very different experience from what you might be used to in the United States. And so I'm going to outline a little bit about how those differences can perhaps make for an outcome for you or your child that is very different and perhaps even more successful than you might be able to find staying in the United States. If you are looking to study your undergraduate degree in the UK or the EU, you are going to be doing a very different style of academics. We do not have general education or distribution requirements. It is a single or joint honours degree that is very focused. Now, because it is typically around 1 or 2 subject areas, students will be required to do a lot of independent study as part of their degree. It also, however, means that we have very predictable outcomes and very straightforward application systems. It might astonish some of you listening that the university you see there, my alma mater, the University of Oxford, has a 17% admit rate, which when you compare it to peer institutions in the United States, who typically only accept 3 to 6% of their applicants, you can see how these straightforward, very simple application systems can lead potentially to better chances of getting into world-leading institutions when you're applying to universities outside of the United States. We also have very flexible degrees, including things like a year abroad, work placements, and in the STEM fields, the ability to do a 3+1 integrated master's degree. Yes, come out with a full bachelor's and master's degree pathway from the UK or Europe in 4 years in the same time that a full bachelor's degree would typically be awarded in the United States. And this is because actually, in the spirit of it being a different game, what students are applying to do with a UK or European degree is fundamentally different from it is in the United States. The question that the admissions office is seeking to answer is not, are you a fit for our institution, but are you a fit for our curriculum? And that curriculum is typically 1 subject, possibly 2, possibly 3 in Scotland. But it's like going out and ordering the set menu of a restaurant. You're already choosing something that has been designed for you, very different from the buffet style you might find in the United States with that flexibility. And so students are coming to do a defined degree. You'll find these screenshots here from ucas.com, the UK's version of the Common App. If you are going to study English and history, that is what you are studying. No science, no math, no arts, no phys ed. If you're going to do finance, 100% of your classes, every single thing you would do is finance. And so because of that, we have completely predictable outcomes. Those requirements that I will show you on the next slide mean that we have a filter. Also, students are limited in the number of applications they can make. The UK, for example, limits students to only making 5 applications, which forces people to be more targeted and realistic. Offers are also going to be conditional on students either having or going on to have AP test scores, which stops students from overshooting, which means that with the students that we work with, typically they gain at least 75% of the university places they apply to. And quite often students are getting into every single university they apply to. It's because of systems like this. This is a screenshot from mechanical engineering at the University of Bath. You can see in order to be considered for that course, you must have 3 5s in 3 APs, including Calculus BC and 2 different physics tests. If you don't have those, you don't bother applying because you will be rejected. And this entry requirement process is very common across the UK and Europe, allowing a very predictable process for students to go through. Now, what else don't we have in a UK or European degree? We don't have sports. That is not a way of being recruited to university, and sports is not really a big thing in university culture over here. We typically don't have merit scholarships, apart from very isolated examples. We don't have school spirit, and we don't really have legacy or development recruitment. But what we do have is professional pathways in subjects you might not find in the US. You can come and do a bachelor's degree in things like medicine and law, very simple application procedures, and a much less stressful process. We have much cheaper degrees than you might find in the United States, typically at least half the price in the UK, much cheaper in the European Union. And if you have an EU passport, it could be as cheap as about €2,000 a year. And we at the University Guys are here to help you build your list work through the process, and most importantly, work with your high school. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about us, please reach out to me via david@theuniversityguys.com or visit our website, as you can see on the screen. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'll hand back to Dustin.
Excellent. Thanks so much, David. All right. Yeah. So that is going to conclude the TeenLife Live International Schools, Colleges, and Enrichment Fair. Before we go, on behalf of TeenLife, I wanted to give a special thanks to everyone who joined us this evening. We hope you enjoyed your time, and we hope to see you again next time. And of course, I also wanted to thank our presenters. You all did an incredible job. And if anyone would like to reach out to the presenters, feel free to email them directly or by using the link that I am posting now. We'll stay in here for another couple minutes in case anyone wants to ask any questions here. But besides that, thank you all so much for joining, and we hope to see you again next time. Take care, everyone. Thank you.